This simple stretch, bending straight down and touching your toes, will stretch out your hamstrings. By crossing one leg over the other, the stretch of the hamstring is focused on only one leg. This should be done only after initially stretching both legs so that they are slightly longer. This will further stretch out each leg individually. This stretch, completed by pulling one arm across your chest parallel to the floor and pulling your elbow of that arm into your chest with the other hand, will stretch your middle and posterior deltoid. After that, you can move straight into the overhead shoulder stretch, which will stretch the tricep muscle. This is completed by bending the elbow and putting it behind your head, and gently pulling it behind your head further with the other arm. The butterfly stretch, as seen here, stretches out your groin muscle, and is a combination of bringing in your feet as close as possible, pushing your knees as close to the ground as possible, and leaning forward. The single leg hamstring stretch can be done by focusing on only one leg at a time, bending your other leg in and keeping the other extended. With your toe up, you want to reach out with both your hands and lean forward and try to reach down as far as you can to your toe, bringing your chest closer to your thigh. This is the calf stretch. The idea is to push your heel towards the ground without it actually touching the ground. This stretch can also be completed from the standing position if on all fours is not suitable. If your heel does in fact touch the ground, then simply decrease the angle between your leg and the ground. Rolling the neck in circles will help to stretch out your trapezius muscle. Doing arm swings will help to loosen up your shoulders and will also get synovial fluid going around the joints. It is important to go both forwards and backwards when doing these warm-ups. Trunk twists will help to loosen up the lower back and should be done before doing scorpions and iron crosses, which will be shown later in this video. Side trunk stretch, which will stretch your side abdominal muscles, should be completed with your arm pointing directly over your head and your feet more than shoulder width apart. Iron crosses will loosen your lower back. The goal of these is to put your foot on the ground as high as possible while keeping your shoulders on the ground. Ideally, your foot should reach at least to the height of your head. In reverse of iron crosses are scorpions. Once again, the aim is to keep your shoulders on the ground while putting your feet as high as possible, ideally on the level of your head. This stretch, affectionately referred to as the sexy stretch, will stretch out your gluteus maximus. It is completed by crossing one leg over the other and pulling it in close to your chest. The forward lunge stretch will help to stretch your hip, groin, and thighs, focusing on your hip flexors. Position yourself in the lunge position, except resting on the bottom knee. Make sure that your ankle is directly under your knee on your front leg, and your back leg is going straight back. Gently lower your hips down and forward, and for an added stretch, you can reach behind your head with your arms. Some may not be able to go very far back. as this muscle is not very often used.